Hello, YouTubers, and welcome back to another episode of Freedom Friday here on the Ohio Patriot Education Network YouTube channel. I'm, as always, your host, AR the Ohio Patriot. Sorry for not doing this about 5 hours ago. I'm not even gonna lie, I was fucking high and I fell asleep because of it. So, that's pretty much what it was. Straight up, man. My cousin gave me some Delta 8 gummies today because I was feeling really shitty in the joints, and I took one. Took like 3 hours to finally kick in properly, and then when it did, I was like, whoa, and I felt really good. And I just, between that and the combination of being sleepy already, I just nodded off is what it was. And woke up a couple hours back, then is what it was. So anyway, but completely missed the chat because that's what it was. So I figured I'd just do one now. It was still actually Friday. But yeah, for today's chat, we're going to talk about the Ohio special session that dipshit DeWine's putting in place now to put Biden's fuckstick ass back on the ballot, and the rhino bullcrap they're trying to pull that they're claiming would be the compromising and stuff like that, which is basically them cucking out again, because you're never going to have them get what they want, which is fucking basically having foreign nationals not be allowed to do campaign contributions, which my thing I don't understand anyway at this point is, with any of the stuff, whether it be, Senate Bill 215, which is what they're trying to pass right now, which basically stop foreign entities from being able to, buy Ohio elections and stuff like that, or fund people's campaigns and stuff like that. That's what it is there. My biggest problem with the whole thing is okay, you have people who are obviously, you can't tell me there's not a crime on the fucking books federally at this point already. That's like a federal felony or like some kind of state level felony, whatever the case be for this kind of shit, dude. When you're literally having your entire campaign funded by outside special interest or outside, literally out of country billionaires. And the fact that, again, going back to last, August/November, when you had that bullshit ballot initiative to put abortion on demand on Ohio's constitution, which, like I said, passed with some BS margin what it was, which it should never go into law at all anyway, to begin with, because it directly infringes upon Article 1, Section 1 of our state constitution based on life is what it is. And so, yeah, Article 1, Section 23, what the hell it's called there, should be fucking null and void on the spot right now in Marbury versus Madison of 1803 is what it is. So, it's unconstitutional. You're literally murdering kids in the womb. You're mass genociding children, mass sterilizing children, etc. And it should be fucking just completely kicked out the window is what it is. Same thing with the one in Michigan they passed a couple years ago now. Especially when you're doing it in such a place where you know for a fact that when it passes in off your election cycle, like the way they did it last year is what it was. So, not to mention the whole thing was funded by both Michael Bloomberg and literally billionaire mega donor from out of country and Nazi collaborator himself, George Soros. So it's fuck that shit, dude. That alone is why it should be null and void. Because the entire attack ads against the original issue one in August, that would have been a 60% threshold for Ohio. I mean, it's the 43rd state to have that for voters to have to go at least 6% or higher to have it be, law of the land then, which is what it should be anyway. And the fact these fuckers couldn't even get I think the end result was 56% or something like that at most. Maybe 57, I forget exactly what's offhand. It was less than 60 though for sure. It was several points off of 60 though. And, of course, these fucking lying prick leftists will sit there and be all like, no, we had the 60%. Yeah, when there was, about 5,000 fucking votes from early voting is what it was, you jackasses. That's the only time you had over 60% then. And then, conveniently, after every single section of people's votes coming in and stuff like that and tallies coming in, your fucking margin went down and down and down and down and down and down and down by, at least a couple percent per thing every single time. To the point where it was barely fucking passing at one point. And actually there was at one point where it wasn't even passing at all. Which is when we should have stopped counting anyway. So, but yeah, that's besides the point though. But no, seriously. So we got that, and we got second anniversary of Uvalde was today. I didn't even realize that was a thing. Of course, piece of shit Biden's all like, oh, our hearts and fucking everything else go out to these fucking families. It's bullshit they do, asshole. You are directly responsible for this, you fucking piece of shit, because you helped pass the Gun-Free School Zones Act in 1990 as the primary architect, primary sponsor of it, you fucking douchebag. And that particular act has led to every single massacre in this country in a gun-free zone for the last 34 damn years now, you fucking douchebag. And that includes Uvalde. Not to mention you give the fucking bitch-ass cops there in Uvalde a fucking stand-down order to let kids be massacred for over an hour, almost an hour and a half for that matter. just so you can push some bullshit anti-gun fucking gun control garbage is what it was, dude. Which, by the way, is all null and fucking void and unconstitutional as fuck, based on multiple reasons. Number one, Biden fucking cheated his way into office, has no fucking legal authority to do anything at this point in history. Whether that be appoint dickheads like Steve Dottleback to the fucking ATF directorship, whether that be appoint fucking FBI directors, etc. All those people are null and void at this point. All positions are, for that matter. None of their fucking authority is legal at this point. It shouldn't be looked at as if they have any authority at this point, honestly. Not to mention the fact that you then have all the bullshit that Biden signed in place since 2021 should all be looked at as null and void too, for that matter, because it is fucking bullshit, dude. You have a guy who legitimately committed election fraud to get his way into power, and it's like, yet nobody seems to care. Almost 4 years later, it is what it is, and it's like, what the fuck, dude? Like, this man should have been brought up on high treason at this point. So should Kamala Harris, for that matter, and gotten the penalties that are associated with that. Is what it is, dude. Minimum life imprisonment, anyway. So. But yeah, it's fucking ridiculous what it is, dude. So anywho. And then, of course, you got the Uvalde parents are now trying to sue Meta, a.k.a. Facebook, Call of Duty manufacturer, and Daniel Defense on the second anniversary, which my thing is, okay, I would love to know what Bloomberg and company are lawsuiting them on, is what it is right now, because I think it was something like advertising and stuff, because the thing with the wrongful death lawsuit is that's already out the window, dude. That happened like a year ago at this point. They had the year at that point, then from 2022 to 2023 to sue the fuck out of anybody at that point, dude. Which they should have sued Biden company, honestly. You should have sued Biden, the federal government, the cops, etc. there for wrongful death of your kids, because they were all fucking contributing to it, dude. Their direct actions or indirect actions led to those fucking kids being killed, is what it was, dude. Not to mention, how the fuck is that teacher that literally propped the door open to go have a cigarette outside not being held responsible as a fucking accessory, like after the fact kind of thing is what it is there or something, or even like accessory to, what was it, 17, I think is what it was, kids that were killed that day, and then 2 teachers, so it was like 19 in total. Like, yeah, how is that person not being held, legally liable for the death of 19 people is what it is, dude. Like, I just don't understand that stuff at all, man. It just blows my mind away, honestly. So, but yeah, it really bothers me, dude. It really does. And of course, you had this jackass light cigarette inside SUV filled with propane tanks, causing a massive explosion in LA. Matt talked about this a little bit ago in his live stream there about an hour ago. And yeah, they blew the hell out of that car. But it's weird because look at the news story for it, and it was talking about how supposedly the guy was trying to light a cigarette by the car, and it just blew up. So, like, the way that one portrayed it was basically like him inside the car was like, and then the whole thing like explodes and shit like that. But from my understanding, it was more like he was just like near the car and like I don't know if he was leaning on the car or what it was there, but it was like just trying to light a cigarette, or whatever the case. I don't know if it was like the spark of the thing like popped off the propane in the air or what it was there, but something caused something to be all crazy explosion. So. Yeah, crazy stuff, man. Then, of course, we got Morgan Spurlock, dead at 53 from complications with cancer, apparently. I'm actually surprised that guy didn't die of, like, cirrhosis of the liver at this point, honestly, dude, because that's the one thing, like, for those know Morgan Spurlock is, he was a guy that did a Super Size Me movie. Cost all of us Super Size Me options because he's a douchebag. And basically lied during that entire, McBurger King thing. Like, obviously, we all know that Burger King is fake, or not Burger King, McDonald's documentary. We all know that McDonald's is fucking fake food, dude. We all know Burger King is mostly fake food, etc. There, it's all, in most cases, a lot of these fast food corporations, dude, they design things to look like food, but in reality, it's all chemical-based garbage, is what it is. Like, there's been more than enough studies out there right now in the last 10, 20 years now of people looking at their gut health before they ate McDonald's and stuff like that. And then after they ate it, it turns out like it just destroys your good gut bacteria is what it is then. And by the way, you need those good gut bacteria to stave off infections and stuff like that if you get sick and whatnot. And yeah, when you eat McDonald's or anything like that, that's like the fast food places and stuff, it basically, the chemical compounds you're putting in your body do something that basically like wipes out that good gut bacteria, and in many cases it wipes it out completely and never be returning again. So potentially I know there's one study that some dude did years ago with his son, and he had him eat McDonald's for like a week, I think is what it was, or something like that, to like test how good his gut bacteria was before, like through the process and then after is what it was. And yeah, this kid lost like, I think it was like millions of good gut bacteria or something like that in the time span of like a week that would never able to return after that because they were like completely dead cells or something like that in the system then. It was fucking wild, dude. So that was, I think that for me was like the last straw when I saw that video, because that was many, many years ago now. And I have not eaten McDonald's over a decade now because of that reason. And I never will, honestly, again. Just because I know it's just chemical based trash is what it is, dude. I mean, I do kind of miss like, you know, good old fashioned hot fries and stuff like that. But like the thing is, they weren't really fries, dude. They like, truthfully, look at the American version of McDonald's versus the UK version of McDonald's. UK version, it's literally potatoes, salt, and like some kind of oil to fry the shit in. In America, it's like 57 different ingredients or something crazy like that, dude. Where it's like all kinds of like random fucking words you can't pronounce, and if you can't pronounce a random ass word, dude, you probably shouldn't put in your body if that be the case. But now going back to Morgan Spurlock doing the Super Size Me documentary like 20 years ago, though, it's funny because in the documentary, he's like eating the food or whatever the case be. He's like, oh, I got the meat sweats or whatever. And then like sits there like 10 minutes later and like pukes out the window and stuff like that. Turns out the motherfucker did not have the meat sweats. What he had was detoxing because he was fucking an alcohol withdrawal because the guy was a raging alcoholic is what it was. And he straight up lied about that shit too, by the way. In that documentary, and he was talking to the doctors and stuff like that, and they're like, oh yeah, are you drinking or are we drinking or whatever the case be? He's like, no, I'm good. Of course he was. That's the whole point, dude. And that's exactly why his levels are all shit. It's exactly why the cholesterol spike thing happened at the very end, where it was like 60-something points after 30 days of McDonald's and shit like that. It's like, yeah, it wasn't to do with the chemical-based garbage for all the way, man. It was like partly to do with that, obviously. It was like, I would say it's more like about 40%, something like that. McDonald's fault, and there's 60% Morgan Spurlock being a raging alcoholic and stuff like that, and having a bunch of fucking fatty shit in his system then because he had like serious fucking health issues from alcohol is what it was at the time, from being a daily heavy drinker is what it was there. So, which he actually admitted years later and stuff like that. That's when he got rehab and stuff like that for that. So, also apparently, I guess Nick Recato was arrested last night for various shit, or was it Thursday night? Yeah, no, it would have been Thursday night. So yeah, Thursday night it was last night. Yeah, he was arrested for a bunch of like crazy shit or whatever the case be. Possession of ammo / firearm under controlled substance, and 5th-degree possession of drugs. And it was basically him, and it was actually like all of them were basically arrested for that shit. And then, or no, here's the, because they have like the 3 people here. It's Nick, his wife, and then their babysitter lady, I think is what it was, or like his, as people say, his slam piece is what they were calling it. So. Yeah, there's the 3 of them there. That dude, look, I'll tell you what, like, Nick Recato reminds me of, like, a villain from the 90s, and I can't think of who exactly it was. Maybe I'm thinking of, like he kind of looks like a bearded version of Edward Norton, circa, like, Fight Club or something, maybe. But, yeah, it's just funny, dude. And the guy really is, like, a real-life Saul Goodman. It's funny as fuck, dude, on that one. Like, his whole claim to fame came from the Rittenhouse trial, and then eventually he doing the Amber Heard Johnny Depp trial, which, as he admitted, he made like a shit ton of money off that and various super chats. And then obviously it was just having like the solo coverage essentially was what was there for that. So it's like just making money from the YouTube algorithms and shit, and like the different AdSense and everything else he had in place there. So it was then. So. Yeah, you had Nick and Kayla Recato, who I believe is the redhead there. That's the wife right here is what it is. It was, let's see here now. Yeah, it was drugs, 5th-degree, possession of scheduled 1, 2, 3, 4 narcotic, and then possession of guns, ammo, under controlled substance. So basically, they either had guns on them or guns near them when they were arrested. And then April Imholty, who is the blonde there, and Nick's apparent like side chick or whatever, was arrested on 5th-degree drug possession only. So, yeah. Really, like, honestly, at the end of the day, like, should people really care about Nick Recato? No. The guy was literally a fucking mall lawyer, dude. Like, I'm not saying anything bad about mall lawyers or strip mall lawyers, whatever the case be, dude, but, like, again, the man made his entire claim to fame based on, like, 2 trials in this country that were high-profile trials. Nobody knew who the fuck this dude was, like, 2 years ago, and he blew the fuck up overnight because of that shit, dude. So, of course, he's gonna, use the money to do stupid shit like that's what it is. But, I don't know. I think it's kind of fucking ridiculous, though. Just as fucking ridiculous as the Uvalde parents / victims' families suing Daniel Defense and Activision. The Uvalde mass shooting victims' families suing Meta, gun manufacturer and video game maker. Says officers responding to Uvalde mass shooting waited over 70 minutes before storming the grounds, killing the gunman in the process. It says families in Uvalde, the Texas city, where the teenage gunman killed 19 elementary school students and 2 teachers. I guess it was 21 people, actually. For some reason, I was thinking it was 19 entirely. Okay, so it was 19 kids and 2 teachers, so it was 21 people entirely then. But yeah, it said, are suing Meta Platforms, which own Instagram, and the maker of the video game Call of Duty, alleging the companies bear responsibility for products used by the shooter. Go fuck yourselves, dude. Seriously. This is also named in the lawsuits Daniel Defense, the maker of the AR-15 rifle used in the March 24, 2022 massacre at Robb Elementary. So the lawsuit was filed on Friday, the 2-year anniversary of the shooting, most likely by Bloomberg lawyers, is my guess. Said, quote, there's a direct line between the conduct of these companies and the Uvalde shooting. No, there isn't, you lion prick, Josh Kazoff, the attorney for the families. This douchebag then continued on and said, this 3-headed monster knowingly exposed to the weapon conditioned him to see it as a tool to solve his problems and trained him to use it. Shut the fuck up, dude. Seriously, you're such a lion sack of shit, Josh. No, you know who trained the motherfucker to use it was the fucking feds who used this kid since 2018, man, when there was a kid in 2018 in Texas, who I guarantee was the same fucking kid here that did this shit. Back when the kid was 14 fucking years old in 2018, was busted by the fucking feds because he said he was going to commit a fucking Columbine in 2022. And shocker, at 18 years old, fucking dude walks into an elementary school and does pretty much fucking Columbine-style massacre, dude. Doesn't take a genius to figure out the same fucking causation, correlation, fucking obvious connection there, you fucking idiots. So, and yeah, it was you fuckers and the fucking Fed boys that were grooming this dude for fucking 4 years. So it was your bullshit, dude. Probably getting money to buy the fucking guns, is my guess, honestly. These fucking tragedies are not just sporadic like that, dude. They're fucking created by the feds in most cases. They're really fucking false flags to take away our gun rights. And that one specifically was done directly to do that shit. Because it's why you had fucksticks like Rob Portman and other rhino sacks of shit fucking going on the so-called bipartisan Safer Communities Act bullshit after the fact, which, by the way, fucked us out of a lot of gun stuff at this point and is completely unconstitutional. And like I said earlier in the episode, is null and fucking void because cheater Biden signed off on the shit, dude, who has legal authority to do so anyway. Anyway. Let's continue on here with this, though. Yeah, it says damages being sought weren't specified. Of course they weren't, dude, because they're going to fucking go for broke. Because it's all a goddamn cash grab is what it is, dude. They claim Uvalde shooter played versions of Call of Duty since he was 15, including one that allowed him to effectively practice with the version of the rifle he used in the school. He was hitting fucking buttons on a controller, you dumb sons of bitches. It's not like he was fucking literally doing a simulation where he had the fucking gun on his shoulder and was like, ding, 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 ding. Y'all are fucking... It's like the stupidest fucking thing ever. Like, I don't understand, like, how these frivolous lawsuits like this dude are not immediately thrown on the spot and the lawyers behind them fucking disbarred on the spot is what it is, dude, which is what needs to happen to this fucking Josh asshole. This Josh Kozoff piece of shit. Or Koskov. Yeah, fucking clown. Oh, of course, Connecticut-based lawyer. Mm-hmm. Of course he is, dude. And I guarantee he has direct ties to Mom's main action at that point then. So, yeah, of course he's tied to Sandy Hook families. Yep. Yeah, of course he's tied to these motherfuckers. Of course, it's the same fucking lawyer, dude. So he's like the Ben Crump of mass shooters, basically, is what it is, dude. Like the ambulance chasing piece of shit, basically, is what it is there. Which, that's the thing that has always bothered me, by the way. How the fuck are you going to have a lawyer from Connecticut be allowed to make a lawsuit in Texas? Like, what the fuck, dude? And I get it's because, you get, like, you pass a bar and you get, like, barred. And I think, actually, it might be something where you have to pass a bunch, like, if you're going to be barred in a certain state or whatever the case be, like, under the letter of the law as a lawyer and stuff like that, you actually have to pass, like, the bar in that specific state, I think is what it is. So it could be something where I think maybe the national bar, like, just covers them all, is what it is or something like that, which I think is fucking stupid personally, because it's like, no. There should be a fucking double effort there at that point, dude. It's like, no, if you're going to like, the bar that you're passing as a lawyer should be your home state only. And if you want to do it for any other state, dude, then you have to go pass another one, then, motherfucker. And take more time and effort and stuff like that, then. And that way you don't have these fucking bullshit lawsuits like this is what it is then by some fucking douche nozzle. So, anyway. Let's see, where's that with this now? Or did I? Oh, shit, I think I actually knocked that one out. I don't think there's anything more to that one, was there? Go back and check on that to make sure. Nope, didn't look like it. Huh. Well, that's fucking weird. All of a sudden it's giving me shit for the thing here. So not letting me look at it again. Fucking. I don't know. Whatever. It's just a bunch of crap in general, dude. And then, of course, you had the CBS one saying Uvalde family sue Meta, Call of Duty maker, on second anniversary of school attack. Yeah, here you go. So some it said John Defense also being named a lawsuit, added mounting lawsuits over the attack, and came to a small Texas town. Together to warn the anniversary of one of the deadliest mass shootings in U.S. history. Officials finally confronted and shot him after waiting over an hour. Attended the fourth grade classroom, which I could have come in 2 minutes, so it was there. And that's when that idiot lawyer guy was talking about the bullshit causation and everything else like that. That's what it is. Said some of the families on Wednesday filed a $500 million lawsuit against Texas state police officials and officers who were part of the botched lawsuit or law enforcement response that day, as they should, dude. It should be more than 500 million. It should be like billions at that point, honestly. This is more than 370 federal, state, and local officials responded, but waited more than an hour to confront the shooter inside the building as students and teachers lay dead, dying, or wounded by this piece of shit. Yeah, it's fucking disgusting, dude. Says Friday's lawsuits are not the first to accuse technology companies of having a role in the radicalizing or influencing mass shooters. Victims' families in May 2022 attack on Buffalo, New York. Supermarkets sued social media companies, including Meta and Instagram, over content on their platforms, which is absolute BS entirely on that one, dude. And that's my thing right now, right? Like, okay, if they're going to be able to sue these companies for that kind of stuff, dude, then why the fuck can't I sue Meta/Facebook for suppressing my freedom of speech is what it is, dude, every single day. You know? We should all be able to sue the fuck out of these companies, but of course we can't because of Section 230 bullshit is what it is, dude. So, yeah, it's a bunch of BS entirely, dude. It really fucking is. And I'm sick and tired of all of it, really. So, anyway, yeah, it's a separate lawsuit filed by different plaintiffs in December 2022 against local and state police. City and other school and local law enforcement seeks at least $27 billion and class action status for survivors. At least 2 of the lawsuits have been filed against Daniel Defense. Yeah, good luck getting a dime out of that company, dude. Go fuck yourselves, people. Like, seriously, you can't. And as Matt brought up, and I agree with this one, You don't have people walking around suing fucking Budweiser and, you know, Honda for like some fucking dude in a Honda Civic ramming into people drunk driving and stuff like that, dude. Because that's the thing. You can't really sue those companies because it's called a Lawful Commerce and Arms Act, people. It's the same thing where guns are coming into, you fucking douchebags that don't allow for civil fucking frivolous lawsuits like this bullshit. And that's what I'm saying. Like, that's exactly why every single one of these frivolous lawsuits, bunch of BS like that, should be looked at as that thing immediately on the spot. And whichever fucking lawyer is behind it gets disbarred of the fucking spot. Then be like, sorry, bitch, you done fucked up. Go fuck yourself. You're not fucking barred in the state of this country anymore. Eat shit. You're not a fucking lawyer in this country anymore, douchebag. Go fuck yourself. And it's as simple as that, really. And that's how we fucking, you know, deal with this crap accordingly. Then it is what it is. And then going back to switching topics, going back to Morgan Spurlock for a second here. Then doesn't really talk about that. We never going to talk about it now. Yeah, documentary filmmaker Morgan Spurlock, who skewered fast food industry, dies 53. Says Morgan Spurlock, Oscar nominee, whose most famous work is about America's food industry and who notably ate only McDonald's for a month to illustrate the dangers of fast food diet, has died. He was 53 years old. Spurlock died Thursday in New York from complications of cancer, according to the statement issued Friday by his family. Okay, so it's the last night he died then. So he said, it was a sad day as we say goodbye to my brother Morgan, Craig Spurlock, who worked with him on several projects. Said in the statement, Morgan gave so much through his art, ideas, and generosity. The world lost a true creative genius and a special man. I am proud to have worked together with him. He was not a true creative genius, dude. The guy was a raging alcoholic who literally made a fucking documentary about, oh my god, fast food makes you fat. Something we all fucking knew, by the way. It's like, you want to get more into the sticks of the shit, bro. Like, talk about all the chemical-based science is what it is then, dude. Seriously. But you won't, and that's the point, dude. Yeah, it says Super Size Me documentary gained more than $22 million on a $65,000 budget and preceded the release of Eric Schulzer's influential Fast Food Nation, which accused the industry of being bad for the environment and rife with labor issues. Spurlock returned in 2017 with Super Size Me 2 Holy Chicken, a sober look at the industry that processes 9 billion animals a year in America. He focused on two issues: chicken farmers stuck in a particular financial system and the attempt by fast food chains to deceive customers into thinking they're eating healthier. Yeah, it's kind of fucked up. I never actually watched the second one because I always thought it looked stupid, honestly. Yeah, like I said, Spurlock was a fucking clown. Knows what it is, dude. And it's whatever, man. So, apparently, he has two kids with two different women, or had two kids with two different women here. Because at the very end of this, it said, yeah, so Spurlock was survived by his two sons, Laken and Kellen, his mother, Phyllis Spurlock, father Ben, brothers Craig and Barry, and former spouses Alexandria Jameson and Sarah Bernstein, the mothers of his children. I think this Alex chick was the vegan chick that he was with then during that documentary, but I'm not 100% sure on that one. Real quick. Okay, yeah, that was the woman that was the chick. She was not a bad-looking chick, honestly. I mean, she looks a little weird with the glasses there, but, like, she wasn't a bad-looking chick, dude. And she's 49, honestly. So, yeah, she wasn't a bad-looking woman. I don't know about the other woman. Let's check out this other woman. I'll take a show picture of her. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so this was his wife right before his death then. With the short-ass hair there. She looks a little freaky, man. She looks like the kind of chick that would grab like some whips and BDSM shit in the bedroom, honestly. So, yeah, so recently finalized divorce with producer Sarah Bernstein the months before his death at 53. Super Size Me died May 23rd of complications of cancer. Family revealed Friday. Spurlock shared son Killen 8 with Bernstein, who he married in 2016. Divorce filed came in March 2021. This is Randall Kamal, an attorney for Representative Spurlock in the divorce, said in a statement Friday, parties amicably settled out outstanding issues between them prior to Morgan's death. Said thoughts are with Morgan's family at this very difficult time. The lawyer added, "It's heartbreaking news. I knew Morgan as a wonderful person to work for, very appreciative of his family and devoted to health and well-being of his children. In addition to being a great filmmaker," says Berenstein's lawyer, Susan Simpson, not immediately responded to people's requests for comment. Says Spurlock was also dad to Lakin, 17, with ex-wife Alexandria Jameson, who a chef who appeared in the Super Size Me film with him while they were still together. It's a filmmaker's brother Craig said in a statement about it being a sad day, all stuff like that. Spurlock best known for Super Size Me 2004 documentary in which he ate at McDonald's for an entire month. Spurlock's other film included Where in the World is Osama Bin Laden 2008, The Greatest Movie Ever Sold 2011, and then Holy Chicken, Super Size Me 2 Holy Chicken. So, yeah, so 17 and 8 are his kids' ages. Like, I mean, his older son, though, like, and the kid's almost an legal adult is what it is there. So it's not quite as bad. But, like, yeah, I feel sorry for the one that's this kid, the one that has this woman as the mother is what it is. It's only 8 years old because, yeah, you knew your dad for, like, a handful of years while you were alive, man, or while he was alive. And, you know, you were on this earth, obviously, and now he's just gone. So, yeah, it's too bad, man. And I'm not saying that Morgan Spurlock is the greatest dude ever. I'm not going to sit there and suck his dick. Obviously, I don't do that for people at all, man. But the whole point is, like, yeah, like, if the guy was, like, a decent man to his kids, or whatever the case be, like, he probably should have lived. But, you know, I would love to know what they mean by complications from cancer, though, because it's like, well, he obviously had some kind of cancer, is the thing. Like what kind of cancer was it is my first question. Like, was it pancreatic cancer? Was it fucking... like some kind of lung cancer or something, maybe, because I think he was a smoker at one point too, if I'm not mistaken. So, you know, who knows, man? It could have been anything, honestly, or it could have just been, you know, from the big pharma, and you know, who knows? Maybe that's what led to it, man. So, I just find it very suspicious they're saying, you know, complications from cancer, and that's it. So then we got this one from 3 hours ago. NYPD officer breaks down in tears as she rushes to save mini poodle's life after his owner threw him off a ledge at a park in Manhattan. This is Officer Kelsey Garcia is seen jumping into action to save the bleeding dog. 26-year-old Cleopatra Morgan admitted to throwing her 1-year-old dog off a ledge at the Highbridge Park. The dog Rocket was rushed to the hospital where he was in critical condition with signs of a traumatic brain injury. He was bleeding in his stomach and needed an emergency blood transfusion, also needed surgery for a fractured femur. Says thanks to Officer Garcia, Rocket is expected to live. And how much you want to bet this cop's not going to actually adopt this dog? I feel like that's how this dog's going to end up, dude. So, this is pretty interesting. In the comment section of this story here, you had this one right here that said Nikeo, I guess I pronounce the dog's name. A mixed breed dog from Nebraska has become the first dog fitted with 4 prosthetic limbs. He was abandoned in a foreclosed home and was found frozen into a puddle of ice water. Thanks to veterinary assistant Christy Pace, he started a fundraiser for him. A brand new, set of paws he got is what it was there. It's pretty wild, man. It makes me wonder if that dog was born like with his limbs all fucked up, or what exactly happened there. Because I'm guessing it was something where he wasn't like good to begin with, most likely. And that's the thing. Like, most of those animals will die if it wasn't for that kind of stuff, dude. Because they can't limp around, obviously. Yeah, it's interesting. He's basically got 4 braces for legs then. So, it's pretty cool, man. Making fucking robotic dogs at this point, man. I mean, what next? You're gonna put a little laser on the dog's fucking eyes and stuff like that to make it like full blown fucking like crazy ass canine or something, bro? So, anyway, let's see what else we got here. Huh. The hell was this now? Okay, this one is from that Dom Lucre guy. It says breaking uncensored footage of man. We're not showing this footage, by the way, just to make clear on that one. It says footage of man who lit cigar and while looking for someone good to shoot during a live stream that ended in the shooting of an innocent black woman in a Georgetown Kroger at Fort Wayne, Indiana. It says Richard Kiff, 20, live streamed the shooting on a Kroger in Fort Wayne, Indiana. So he started by lighting a cigar in a bathroom above the Georgetown Kroger. And then talked about he going on basically massacres what it was then. The guy looked like a fucking nut too. I'm going to point that out right now. So I also want to point something out though. This is actually par for the course because this same exact shit's been done before by other people, dude. It's funny that they bring it up because it's like white guy that killed some black woman. I'm sure that's on me. He's going to spin it for days or weeks now, is my guess. Yet meanwhile, there's videos going out there from years ago, like at least 2 or 3 years ago, of a black dude walking into some fucking convenience store and just seeing like the first white guy he saw and shooting this white guy in the face is what it was then, dude. It's fucked up. Wow. Yeah, somebody said cultural enrichment wouldn't be tolerated in Red Run City, but because it's New York City, it's fine. Yeah, you got these fucking piece of shit black criminals taking a fucking thing, a fire extinguisher. And it looks like they stole it off a fucking wall or something like that in some building. Drove up next to an NYPD squad car and fucking sprayed the fire extinguisher into the fucking car. It's fucked up, dude. Yeah, that's the kind of shit you need to just get shot for is what it is, period, bro. Like, enough is enough of this shit, for real. Like, fuck all these fucking people, dude. So, anyway. Then we got piece of shit Chuck Schumer saying ultimate goal is to give every illegal invader citizenship. Democrats keeping the border open on purpose. Border crisis is all by design by these douchebags. And that's exactly why Chuck Schumer and company need to be brought up on crimes against humanity charges at this point, dude. And fucking, like, literal mass genocide of this country is what it is right now. Of Americans and stuff. High treason, etc. Because they're all fucking doing it on purpose right now, is what it is, dude. The guy's a fucking demon pedophile, for God's sakes. Like, fuck him and fuck all the Democrats, dude, that follow his ass. Bunch of damn cheaters, what it is, bro. This is interesting. How corrupt is FBI? This guy said financial director for Donald Trump, Mississippi, raised money, talked to a number of very wealthy individuals that God has blessed that say they can't give money to Trump because the FBI would show up at their door. That's fucked up, dude. And of course, you had this one video going like slightly viral right now, and people asking, was this dude justified? So you basically had a guy who, I think he was a delivery driver or some kind of, if I'm not mistaken. He was like a delivery kind of truck is what it was there. And you had this fucking stupid cunt, homeless piece of shit, drug addict, find her way into the cab of the car while the cab of the truck, well, I think the dude was delivering something to the business is what it was there. And he's like, yeah, bitch, get the fuck out of my truck. And she's sitting there like, free Palestine. and then talking about like her future kids and stuff like that. And he's like, "Get the fuck out of my truck, you stupid cunt!" Literally yanks her ass out of the fucking cab and like tosses her to the ground. Basically, I would say honestly, it wasn't justified enough because truthfully, the end of this fucking video should have been him kicking their fucking face with a steel-toed boot. Honestly, dude, and fucking giving her a good old-fashioned head knock, basically, to make sure her dumbass could never have fucking kids. So. Yeah, the answer was hell yes, it was fucking justified for him to throw her ass out of the car. But anyway. Oh, shit. We got Biden doing a new level of racism, apparently. I'm going to go ahead and have to screen this one just to make sure I can actually play it. So, let me grab my headphones real quick here. Oh, shit. Tired. Oh, Jesus. So basically, he was talking to some random person that was at the thing that was like black, whatever. And he's like, "Oh, we're so happy to have you here representing like the blacks." Basically, is what he was saying. It's like, Jesus Christ, dude. Let's see. Then we got Harvard University commencement speaker calls students who were arrested for protesting, quote, "indigenous people who have been displaced and removed." Woman declared students banned from attending graduation. People of conscience who are incarcerated and living in exile. Go fuck yourself, you fucking cunts. Why don't you take your fucking fruitcake asses over to fucking Palestine, bitches, and find out firsthand what's going to fucking happen to your dumb asses? Oh, yeah, you won't because you're not going to fucking survive, you retards. So. This is an interesting video I kind of want to discuss because it does have to do with nature as a whole. And it just goes to show like the crazy deal with Mother Nature. Here's what it is. So right here you got a bird of prey, which is either a falcon or some kind of a hawk, if I'm not mistaken. Obviously right here you got a sweet little baby tiger kitty, aka tabby cat. And you got, nope, didn't get it. Why didn't it get it? Because the little kitten is inside on the fucking dashboard. And the hawk / falcon is outside the fucking car window / windshield. So, yeah, crazy stuff, man. And you could tell that thing definitely wanted itself a good little cat meal that day, dude. And that kitty's like, what? What are you doing, bro? Fuck, bro. And that bird of prey is just like, nah, I want to eat ya. And the little kitty's like, no, I'm going to go down here and hide now. Like, fuck this thing. And it literally hides down there in the actual steering wheel. It's funny. And then right into the little console piece. Fucking bird just looking around like, where'd it go? Where'd it go? That dude's like, fuck you, motherfucker. Stop trying to kill my cat. It's cute how it just hid down there, though. Cute little kitty. But yeah, it's crazy how stuff like that happens, dude. And it's, you see that all the day in Mother Nature, though, dude. I mean, I've seen, like, videos where it's like a rabbit is being released or whatever the case be, and all of a sudden you see some bird, like, flock down and grab it then out of nowhere. Yeah, it's just wild stuff like that, bro. Just wild shit like that, honestly. So. Anyway. We're talking about a fucking tarantula inside of a thing. Well, I think you just burn the whole motherfucking thing at that point, dude. Like, you set the whole thing on fire. If a thing comes flying out, you shoot shit up is what it is then. So. We got flashback of some of the chumps that believe Jesse Smollett's bullshit. Of course, they're all a bunch of black supremacists. And none of them ever apologize, because why the fuck would they? Because they're a bunch of goddamn black supremacists, dude. What the fuck do you expect? That was back when Elliot Page was still Ellen Page. So that's pretty good. So this actually should happen, by the way. That's the story we'll talk about here in a sec. Which is January 6th, community Democrats say they fear Trump will put them in jail. Because you fucking should be, you douchebags. You literally made a bunch of fucking sham trials at that point. For a bunch of bullshit, dude. And yeah, your asses should be in a fucking prison cell right now. Really, you should be on death row for fucking high treason right now is what it is. You fucking douchebags. So the Alpha Fox channel put up a thing that says, is this the woman you're looking for? And it's some hot Asian chick. By the way, I want to point something out. Yes, this is my my future wife material, right, y'all. I do love me some Asian snatch. So that would have no problem having that chick bear a bunch of my children for me. She'd probably make a really good mother at some point, would be my guess. But anyway. Oh, Jesus. So here's one that popped up here from Robbie Starbuck a few hours ago. It said, hey, wow, remember the lady crying, making her own cake because she's a single mom? Well, her ex-husband is here with a dose of reality, and you're going to want to strap in because this is wild. Guy had to be so irritated watching her video. Okay, so basically, I never saw this original video of this woman making her own cake here. Let's go ahead and watch the response video that her ex-husband then. Let's see what's up here now. That's a little bit low, so we'll do this up just a tad. I don't know if that's copyright music or not.
So I've been sent this video a lot over the last few days. People asking my thoughts, my comments on it. And before anyone says, oh, you don't know her situation or, you don't know what she's going through, well, I do, because I lived it. I'm her ex-husband, and right now I have full custody of our kids. This is our parent agreement. As you can see, I have all weekdays and weekends, time sharing with the kids, all at holiday academic breaks. And for her to get any rights back to the kids, these are the things that she needs to do. And yes, child support, she owes that. It's up to over $21,000.
Of course she does.
She's a mother and doesn't pay child support. She was then arrested for check fraud, and during that hearing, it turned out that it was found that she stole almost $1 million from another guy. And also
wow.
She faked cancer in the past. These are scams that she would send and post on her page before. So, to sum it up, this person, for people that follow her or giving her praise and telling her how strong and how, amazing she's doing, well, she's really not a full-time mom. She barely has her kids. She goes out all the time.
She was an incubator for those kids.
So she just really not someone that other single moms should be looking towards that bridge.
Yeah, so basically, like I'm saying, she's a scumbag piece of shit liar. Not really that surprising, dude. Not that surprising at all. So anyway, let's see what else we got here now. Let's see, we got 40,000 slaves in Congo forced to work in cobalt mines so you can drive electric cars. Yeah, fuck you, Democrats. It's a bunch of bullshit, dude. So this is a question being asked here that I think I already addressed like for the last year and a half or 2 years now is what it is. So this guy says, will migrants be used to form armies to keep Western country citizens under control when the inevitable unrest and chaos ensues? It would explain why every country is importing huge numbers of military fighting age men who have no allegiance to the country they're entering. So here's the thing about that, right? They fucking already are armies, dude. They're fucking foreign standing armies in every single state in this country right now is what it is. Every single state in the United States right now. Not to mention all over fucking Europe right now. Like the only difference is right now is that they're not being trained to be military of that nation. Which thank fuck for that one, dude. But that doesn't mean that they're not being given fucking training stuff behind closed doors is like sleeper cells and shit like that to do like sleeper cell shit is what it is then to kick something off. And that's what my assumption would be at this point. Like truthfully, if anything ever pops off in this country to basically force in like a civil war, like some kind of other bullshit or whatever it is, dude, like some kind of civil unrest, whatever it is, this summertime here, it's not going to be fucking, some bullshit fucking thing that's going to be like, oh, no, this is just a sporadic thing randomly. No, it's 100% fucking government done psyop is what it is, dude. It needs to be treated as such at that point in history. But yeah, we already have foreign standing armies in all fucking states across this nation, dude. But yeah, the thing is, like, the only thing I would say about them is, like, the only thing they're lacking is the training at this point. With that exception, like, they have everything they need right now to fuck us over, dude. And like I said, it might even be that it's not even the fucking, they may even have the training already for all the fuck we know. It's just, literally a matter of like, hey, shit's about to go crazy is what it is, bro. So, I don't know. It's just wild, dude. It's just wild. And I think, unfortunately, it's going to get more and more crazy as things go. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ, dude. What a fucking shit show, dude. This right here is just a slap in the face of the upcoming Olympics. 3 French drag queens are chosen to carry the Olympic flame in Paris for the Summer Games. Jesus fucking Christ. Please tell me it lights one of their fake hair on fire. Like, that would be God's will at that point, dude, for real. Like, if it's just like all of a sudden you just see the flame, like, flare up or whatever the case be out of nowhere, and just, like, motherfucker's like, oh my God, my hair's on fire. Like, starts freaking the fuck out. That would be funny as shit, dude. Like, as much as I want to get to June right now, I don't want to get to June right now because, like, literally we got, like, next Friday is the last day of May, and then next Saturday is June 1st, and then everybody's going to be like, oh, it's Pride Month now. We're going to do all our gay pride shit out here and all our trans pride stuff and everything else like that. It's just like, no, fuck you. It's the month of June. Stop trying to steal my mother's birth month, dude. Seriously. Because, by the way, it'll be on the 9th. We'll celebrate her the first year that she hasn't been with us. Because obviously she died back on January 17th of this year, a week after my 39th birthday. So, yeah, just sucks, dude. Oh, shit. Ooh. One video here, a bunch of kids, they're talking about being a boy. It's a bunch of young boys doing shit. Like toddler age kids. Oh, man. I'm obviously not going to show this because some of these kids are like fucking themselves up pretty good. I mean, they're built rough and tumble for a reason, dude. Like, yeah, they can have a little slip or fall or whatever the case be, hurt themselves a little bit. It's like a boo-boo or whatever the case be. Put some ice on it, they're going to be fine usually. Like, most of it's not going to require like a doctor's visit. That being said, some of it would obviously require doctor's visits. So, sorry, I forgot I'm still unplugged there. For those that don't know, I think her name was Shanti Locke, the one chick that was killed in Israel during those October 7th attacks. Her boyfriend's body has finally been recovered in Gaza. Said Oren Hernandez, something or other, a French-Mexican dual national, was killed alongside his girlfriend during the Nova Festival attack, where 364 people lost their lives. His body was among 3 recovered today, along with Michael Nezenbaum, 59, and Hanan Labaka, 42. So the recovery of the bodies comes as a blow to their families who had held out hope that they were still alive. Well, like, okay, and here's the thing right now, right? Like, yeah, I get you want to cling to hope that, your family member is still alive that was kidnapped at the festival, whatever the case be there. But the thing of it is, like, at least you're getting closure now. At least it's not going to be, 6 months, a year down the road, you're still clinging on to the hope they're alive, whatever the case be. In reality, they've been dead this whole time, kind of thing. It's now, hey, they've been recovered within less than a year is what it is now. And at least now you can bury the remains is what it is. You can actually have a proper funeral for them is what it would be then. So at least there's that. At least there's that, solace, if you will. So, I don't know, man. Just kind of sucks there. This one I thought was pretty interesting, too. This was an opinion piece that was written by somebody talking about why people are joining the Republican Party now is what it is. Said, my daughter's car was stolen, or got stolen. What happened next shows why minorities are trending Republican. I'm not sure who actually wrote this. John Tillman. Okay. So, why are blacks, Hispanics warming to Republicans? Democrats strategists desperately want to know. After a slew of polls show that they may be the start of a political realignment, said they may want to consider the conversations this John guy said he recently had with Southside Chicago impound lot. So I found myself in that unhappy place last month after my daughter's Jeep was stolen from the city's north side. A common occurrence. The police found it after several days when towed. Towed the thoroughly vandalized vehicle to a lot where I was told to pick it up. When I walked to the main building, I found myself in line with more than 30 people, but all but me were black and Hispanic. I walked into the building. 30 people. Okay, so this John guy saying everybody but him was a black or Hispanic person in that line. Okay, it said being a friendly guy, struck up conversations. Most people told me this was their second or third time that week. First time they reached the front of the line, they were told they'd filled out the wrong form or gone to the wrong office, at which point they were directed elsewhere, yet they were inevitably redirected back to the impound lot. It said, I thought the story seemed implausible, but after an hours-long wait, the attendant told me I didn't have the right documents, though I'd brought what the police told me to bring. The attendant sent me home to get more, which I did, returning to the lot a few hours later. So the attendant... Stop that right now. So the attendant had told me to come to the front of the line when I came back, but when I did, she yelled at me to wait my turn. The rest of the room, now filled with about 50 people, again, all black and Latino, burst into laughter, but it was sympathetic, not cruel. They knew I wasn't trying to cheat them. Many had experienced the same about face as they soon told me. So that I dutifully went to the back of the line, conversing with those around me. So the whole experience took the better part of the Monday. I think I talked to at least half the room, reflecting on the difficulty of receiving their property, most people had said some variation of the same phrase. It's so messed up, though they used a less friendly word, being so fucked up is what they meant there. He said, yeah, fucked up indeed. The impound lot, a government-run entity, treated its patrons with disdain while it was hopefully designed with the best of intentions. It left people deflated and dehumanized. It's a microcosm of many public services, especially in urban areas that are more likely to be black or Latino. I said, well, I struggle to get my daughter's car back. Children at inner city public schools struggle to read and do basic math. In the same way that I was blocked from a productive day, welfare programs have blocked millions of people from finding productive work. So, and yet, as so many people I met that day couldn't earn a day's income because they were stuck in line. Politicians have blocked many low-income and low-skilled workers from earning wages at all, thanks to the ever higher minimum wage laws that kill entry-level jobs, not to mention illegals taking those jobs. So these failures can... God damn, so much fucking happens here. So these failures can broadly be laid at the feet of Democrats, the same Democrats who have spent decades promising to help minorities get ahead. So they created an alphabet soup of agencies while hiring armies of bureaucrats to administer new and expanding programs only for more and more people to fall behind. It says marriage rates have plummeted while single motherhood has soared. Dependency, chemical and financial, is rampant. Unable to get a good education, many children have turned to drugs and crime. Minority communities are far from the only victims, but they tend to be the hardest hit. There are also millions of minorities who are thriving for a variety of reasons, not the least of which is America's boundless capacity for opportunity. And see, that's the biggest problem I have right now, right? And I believe truthfully, like, there is a lot that can be said about fatherless homes. But, you know, my cousin and I were having this conversation yesterday morning when we were going to the place there to get some stuff. And, you know, as I was saying to him, I'm like, we can have this fatherless homes debate again and again and again. But it's like, at some point, you got to throw that shit out the window and be like, no, dude, it's 100% these fucking punk-ass kids just wanting to go do fucking crime is what it is, dude. Because in some cases, it fucking is. It's just them wanting to go do dumb shit or them wanting to go fucking do criminal stuff to see if they can get away with it. Because, again, you have fucking dickheads like Biden going to fucking Morehouse College this past weekend and telling them straight up, be like, oh, if you're a fucking minority, you're the victim. Like, go fuck yourself, dude. Seriously. Every single one of these motherfuckers is a goddamn college graduate. Sit there and tell them they are victims at this point. You just show us how much of a fucking retarded piece of shit, racist, old asshole pedophile you fucking are, dude. You fucking scumbag. It's just so disgusting is what it is, dude. And unfortunately, going back to this John guy himself at that point, dude, like, you really, like, honestly, just looking at this opinion piece he's writing here, man, he's really trying to play the fucking white savior complex like a motherfucker, dude, is what it is. And I'm kind of sick and tired of that shit, too, dude, because it's like, you know, it's like my cousin who's a fucking African missionary, for God's sakes. It's like, bro, you can come be a missionary here in America and help out fucking American children that are starving on our fucking streets, dude. You don't got to go away to fucking Africa to help a bunch of little kids over there is what it is, bro. Like, let them help themselves at that point, for real. You know? Like, isn't there a whole thing about that whole terminology of, you know, God helps those who help themselves kind of thing is what it is, dude? But anyway. Let's see here now. As John Guy continued on said, but it's undeniable that government support and control is still left millions of blacks and Latinos living in a near dystopian world, both in the south side of Chicago and far behind. It's all Democrat bullshit, by the way. Said everyone I talked to at the impound lot line realized the injustice of their situation, asked more than a few who's responsible. Most just threw up their hands as if nothing could be done, but a few expressed anger at politicians that we generally steered clear of names. So the desire for something better was palatable. And if history proves anything, it's that the human heart yearns for achievement and excellence. History also proves that those who have been kept down inevitably come to realize who's keeping them down. They also tend to revolt, by the way, at that point. This guy said, in retrospect, I wish I'd posed a variety of the old election year question. I'd have asked if their lives are better after the last 40 years, not just 4. Then again, they may have been giving me the same answer I heard over and over. It's fucked up. Yeah, that's the thing too, right? And that's the thing. Like, you look like that's a great barometer of things right there, dude. It's like South Side of Chicago kind of shit there, dude. And it's like, bro, you're talking about a Democrat stronghold for a fucking century at this point, legitimately. And yeah, these people are just shit at what they do, man. Whether it be Lori Lightfoot, whether it be that fucking idiot Brandon Johnson now, etc., dude. And it's just a bunch of retards is what it is. Just like that fucking moron, what's that guy's name? Brandon Scott, I think that's what it is. The one that's the Baltimore mayor. He went on a whole fucking tirade the other day against some reporter because the reporter called him out and was like, yeah, dude, like half the people doing these, I'm trying to think what they're called now. It's when you got all the like black street gangs in the area or whatever come together and they do like their like takeover with like dirt bikes and quads and shit like that's what it is. I forget exactly what those are called, but anyway. It might be considered hooning, I'm not sure at this point, but whatever. Like I've heard that term be used for the banning of the shit is what it is there, because it'd be like almost like street race takeover kind of thing is what it is. But that case is not really that thing. It would be something different though. But anyway. Yeah, it's whenever they take over the streets like that with their quads and their dirt bikes and shit and do like illegal fucking, stops and stuff with people and whatnot. And this reporter was calling it out and was like, yeah, like, what do you think about these, teens and whatnot doing this? And Brendan Scott's all like, oh, they were adults. And this woman's like, no, there was like 90% of them that were teenagers that were arrested there, dude. And he's like, oh, it's fucking bullshit. And it's like, dude, you were such a fucking diversity hire piece of crap, Scott. Like, seriously, bro. Like, you are the definition of what Biden talked about back in the fucking 1980s when he did a direct quote about fucking, N-word mayor / N-word big shots. I'm not even going to lie about that, dude. Like, it fucking straight up is like that, dude, for real. So, but yeah, it's fucking ridiculous what it is, dude. And it's like, again, like, it would be one thing if these people, whether it be that dude or whether it be a Tiffany Henyard type or Lori Lightfoot type or Brandon Johnson type or any of these fucking people, if they actually were able to do something while in office that benefited people, But instead, no, they want to fucking play identity politics to get in office. Then they want to sit there and fucking play the race card every chance they get while they're fucking in office to be like, oh, whatever I do that's corrupt and criminal. Like, no, it's fucking you being a racist piece of shit, basically. And it's like, no, sometimes it's just you being a fucking asshole, is what it is. And a scumbag piece of crap diversity hire doesn't belong in power at all in this country. So, anyway, that's why I believe we need to have, like, wouldn't we just recall voting at that point? It would just be like immediate removal powers of these people from office once they fuck up, like that's what it is. And all it takes is like a small minority of people to do that stuff, like 4 or 5 people, whatever they could do, like an institution of it then, and be like, we 5 people have a problem with this motherfucker being in office, kick him out, and they just like immediately like their petition is able to like be pushed forward over the case be, and as long as they get like a couple hundred, a couple thousand signatures on top of that, then. Like, yeah, it's good to go for, like, actually putting this person out of office would be then. So, anyway, I'm getting pretty tired again. I don't think it's the stuff anymore. I think it's just me being sleepy now. And I got a couple things I need to do fairly quickly here before I do pass out again. So, but yeah, it's been fun. It's been real. I will say, any politicians in the state of Ohio or any other state for that matter, stop fucking with Delta 8 and stuff like that, dude. Like, seriously, like, stop fucking with anything weed-related at this point. And to federal politicians, stop fucking around with the marijuana on the Schedule 1 narcotics list, dude. It should have never been on there to begin with. Go fuck yourselves. Take the shit off. Stop fucking around because you fucking suck Big Pharma's dick for fucking money. And it's nothing more than an alternative that actually works compared to their fucking Big Pharma pills and shit like that. Like, let people have fucking natural pain relief, for God's sakes, and it's that simple, honestly, dude. And stop trying to fuck with our gun rights while you're also doing that crap, man. So, and stop trying to push fucking tragedies and create fucking tragedies that you then turn around and push more fucking tragedies with then. It's like the one douchebag I called out yesterday during the whole thing when Uvalde was trending and stuff like that for the 2-year anniversary there. There was some dick smoker in the comment section who was all like, some fucking famous leftist on Twitter, there's what it is, who was all like, oh, the number one leading cause for children's deaths continues to be gun violence. And I'm like, no, it's not, you fucking worthless prick. Because all you fucking assholes, whether it be you or whether it be Moms Made in Action, etc., make up these fucking fake-ass bullshit stats where you're putting 18 and 19-year-old voting age adults into the fucking children's category, which, by the way, the people that you're putting in there in that category, not to mention the older teenagers for that matter that were like 16, 17, are a bunch of motherfucking gangbangers off there killing each other, dude. So, of course, it's going to skyrocket the motherfucker up and be like, oh, yeah, these children are dying of such a fucking... No, it's a bunch of fucking 16, 17, 18, 19-year-old fucking gangbanging pieces of shit, in many cases fucking minorities in this country, that want to fuck around and cause all kinds of violence and stuff like that, and then wonder why they get fucking found out and get their ass fucking, stomped out, basically is what it is, dude. It's like that drill rapper the other day fucking off and, flipping around the gun and stuff like that, and he's like, Pachoo! And fucking, self-deletes is what it is then. Like, good riddance, motherfucker. Seriously. Fucking Darwin Award winner, dipshit of the year is what it is right there, man. So, anywho, but, yeah, that's pretty much it for the day. I was hoping somebody else would join the panel tonight, but apparently nobody did. Even though I sent links back out again to everybody and said, hey, what's up? Well, very disappointed in Soulless Ginger, because Corey should have definitely been here since he sent me a fucking thing like a minute before I sent him back the fucking link. So, anyway, maybe he's just tired from yesterday. I think he had to go to, I think he was in Houston or something like that this week or something. So, I think it's family related, if I'm not mistaken, but it's not my place to talk about. So, anyway. But yeah, I know he said he was in there the other day, so I don't know if he got back to his natural part of Texas now or not, if he's still in that area now. Dealing with fuckery there is what it would be. So, anyway. But, yeah, it's interesting to see everything that happened this week, actually. So, basically, I'm going to start doing a recap on these Freedom Fridays, just like the craziness happening. So, the week between, we'll just call Saturday the start of a new week now is what it is. So, basically, the week between the 19th and the 25th now, or 18th and the 25th now, actually, would be a week. You had all kinds of crazy shit happen. You had Biden be taken off the Ohio ballot because the dumbass Democrat Party here didn't do their fucking job to put him on the ballot properly. And they also had 2 chances, by the way, at this point, to already put him on the ballot. They refused to do that stuff. Instead, they voted a bunch of rhinos to allow election interference in the form of 4 national campaign contributions in the state of Ohio, which shouldn't of itself be super illegal at that point. So that's number 1. You had that happen. Then you had number 2, Governor Mike DeWine do some fuckery this week to where they're basically giving Democrats another chance with a special session to have it be so that Biden would be put back on the ballot, but it would be in combination with passing a piece of legislation known as Senate Bill 215, which is the same number as the one that passed constitutional carry 2 years ago. This time around, Senate Bill 215 would deal with foreign nationals' money being given into campaign contributions, which it will not be able to be done if this actually passes then as law. So that's number 1. Then we got number 2, you had Morgan Spurlock's death. Number 3, you had second anniversary of Uvalde. Now you got the families and stuff like that trying to sue gun manufacturers and video game developers and stuff like that over their kids' death, which is absolute bullshit entirely, and it's just a cash grab by these fuckers at Bloomberg and company, dude. So you have that. Then you got Kyle Rittenhouse being shit-talked again on Twitter/X and really just needs to fucking start filing defamation lawsuits against most of these cocksuckers on there. Obviously, Nick Rekieta was arrested on firearms/drug possession, and really it's going to be a situation where I think there really will be a lot of YouTubers becoming famous just based on them covering Rekieta's trial at some point here. So essentially you're going to have like the next person brought up and then have a downfall themselves like a year or 2 after that, then probably most likely would be my guess. So I don't know how actually high profile Nick Riccido's trial would even be. There might even be a trial because I'm assuming he'd probably take a plea deal at this point of like the lowest thing possible. If he had to serve a little bit of prison time, he can serve a little bit of prison time, whatever the case be, and that's it. But it wouldn't be something where he's, That being said, could he fight that in the court? Maybe. Would he be his own lawyer? I'm not even sure if he's barred at this point, where he lives at currently. But anyway, it'd be interesting to see that though. Actually, that in of itself would be more entertaining, I think, than anything. Would be just like watching those fucking streams of him trying to like be like my client in this situation. This client's himself is what it is then. And he's like trying to basically get away with that stuff. And actually, truthfully, if he does still have a law license, there's what it would be. He would probably also be able to technically be the lawyer for both his wife and his girlfriend / side piece. So it'd be very interesting to see if he was able to argue on all three of their behalfs at that point in like a lawyer capacity and be like, but your honor, like under this thing and this thing and this thing. And then it turns out like he actually does like some crazy shit that actually helps the Second Amendment out entirely. And it's like, knocks a bunch of crap off the list and whatever then, including like Schedule 1 narcotics and shit then, because that'd be pretty fucking cool. So anyway, but yeah, I don't know. It's all a bunch of crap either way, dude. And it's very interesting to see what happened though. Also, I forgot to mention that as well for another thing that happened this week, which was the dog that was made famous for the Dogecoin, the Doge memes and stuff like that. That Shiba Inu, I think that's what it was. Apparently died at the age of 17, so, which is a pretty good age range for a dog, man. I'm not even gonna lie. Like that dog was old as shit, man, in dog years. Because they always say like do 7 for the dog years, so it'd be, figure that out now. So let's see, so 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 70. Yeah, that dog and doggy years, we do 7 years for every dog year, whatever, it'd be 119 years old then. Jesus. Like, again, that dog was old as fuck, dude. So, I don't know. It'd be interesting to see, though. And of course, people were talking about the dog being up there with Harambe now. So that's kind of funny. I could totally see some idiot out there doing like Harambe / Doge 2024 or something like that. And it's only 2 dead animals as president and vice president. Or even like vice versa, where it's like Doge Harambe or something like that. So, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see if people are that dumb or not to try and get that shit on the ballot for presidential races and stuff. If they do, it's fucking ridiculous, dude, entirely. And those people are really probably shouldn't have voting rights ever is what it is then, because they're fucking retarded like that. Making fucking jokes out of, actual voting is what it is, which, not even gonna lie, voting kind of is a joke at this point anyway, so there you go, man. But anywho, Someone was labeled as horrible before and after haircuts. That looked bad, dude. That looked real bad. That dude looks real bad after. Third guy basically turned into a white supremacist. It's like the fourth one turned into Ellen Page or Elliot Page. Oh man, why would that girl do that? Her hair actually looked pretty decent before that, and then she got like some retarded ass bang cuts. She had to just cut the whole thing off as it was there. So, Jesus Christ, dude. I think this is where we got to leave things off at right here, because really it just shows that all Democrats are pedophiles at this point, bro. Especially those cocksuckian fucking twins, whatever the hell they are there. That piece of shit Ed guy was all like, there are plenty of fathers who have been in the same shower as their young daughters. Virtually all pediatricians and child psychologists supported up to a certain age. Stop fucking cucking for pedophile Biden, dude, being in the shower with his fucking daughter Ashley, you sick fuck. It's fucking disgusting, dude. Bunch of goddamn child molesting fuckers. Anyway. Let's see here now. This one said, what is the most terrifying thing we can find on Mars? Dude, don't even start, because I probably will find some crazy shit at some point then. So, yeah. Apparently, Alec Baldwin will stay on trial for fatal shooting of Russ cinematographer. That's good. About fucking time. That guy needs to be doing literally death penalty for what he fucking did to that woman, dude, for real. I doubt it will be that way though. He'll probably fucking get a slap on the wrist just like that piece of shit fucking armor got the other day. She's a fucking sack of junk in general, dude. But anyways. Like I said, that's pretty much it for the day, man. I'll be back tomorrow for Stand Your Ground Saturday. I don't know if we'll actually have anybody on the panel for that. Hopefully we will. It'd be nice if we could, because I would really like to have somebody on here for go back and forth with. We'll probably discuss some topics from today, then that'd be the case for tomorrow's Stand Your Ground Saturday. We'll also discuss some other topics of the day, like what potentially could be the upcoming Civil War / civil unrest this summer, and exactly how far we could be from that right now, which I don't think we're that far, honestly, sadly to say. So it's only a matter of time before, things are about to kick off and kick off badly, man. And my best advice to anybody out there right now is, if you're not, armed and have some food and stuff like that ready and available, and like some water too for that matter, it's time to start stocking up on that kind of stuff, dude. Look at yesterday. I went out to the place and I found, well, I shouldn't say I found, another guy found and gave them to me, a bunch of syringes. And then, of course, I found like some medical sterilizer pouches and stuff like that for sterilizing stuff. I think that's what it's supposed to be. And yeah, those are medical preps right there, dude. You got something that's maybe contaminated or whatever the case needs to be sterilized or whatever, then like throw it in one of those pouches and stuff like that if it's small enough. And that way you can actually have that later on to be able to be used again, if that be the case. So, I'm hearing some weird sounds right now, and I just realized I think it's actually fireworks people are shooting off right now after midnight, which is fucking retarded. I know it's Memorial Day weekend, but Jesus Christ, people are trying to sleep for fuck's sakes. I know I'm about to anyway, so I guarantee the numbers back here already are, is what it is. I'm guessing it's probably over there. The one place that's over that area. It's probably shooting some stuff off. So, anyway. But, yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens here for things. And, yeah, we will celebrate Memorial Day like we always need to, man. And I will say this, honestly, when you're out there, thinking about doing some grilling this weekend or chilling, whatever it is, dude, like grilling and chilling kind of stuff. You're roasting your hot dogs on the grill or whatever it's going to be, some burgers on the grill, whatever you're going to do there. Just remember, dude, if it wasn't for the veterans of this country, going overseas and trying to basically support freedom here in this country is what it is, dude, we wouldn't be a freer nation, or a free nation at all for that matter. Now, granted, are we really freer than we were 20 years ago in many cases? No, we're not, because fucking, again, when they talk about enemies, both foreign and domestic, when you have all the fucking foreign enemies be made into domestic terrorists right now is what it is, dude. Through mass importation illegally, etc. there, and then all the scumbag criminals who in politics who are also fucking, just sacks of shit criminals at that point. Then all the politicians there, like, no, it's time for the fucking military to come back here and start arresting these motherfuckers in masses. That's what it is, dude, and change the fucking, make up the stuff for the betters would be then. That's the truth of the matter, dude. Like, nothing's really going to change until we have, like, a massive, like, rip down of the old way, which was the bullshit, authoritarian, aristocracy, whatever the fuck it's called there, where it's all these Democrats and rhinos and stuff like that in power, just basically trying to create, like, this bullshit, like, oligarchy, more or less. And they don't realize what's going to end up happening is you're going to flip the script entirely as, pissed off Americans at that point. It's exactly why they're trying to import massive fucking standing armies right now, dude, because they know for a fact they would need them. They could unleash them on the American people and cause us to basically have to fight for our lives and stuff like that against a bunch of fucking illegally armed illegals in this country, etc., dude. And I guarantee there's going to be a lot of American citizens that if that were to happen, dude, and you would have like a bunch of fucking foreign nationals be given military status or whatever the case be, just so they can be given fucking amnesty and like citizenship and stuff like that, dude. You'd have a bunch of people be like, oh, fuck you, no, dude. I don't respect people's authority because there's not respectable authority there is what it is. They're a bunch of fucking criminals being in our country to begin with. And we're not going to allow you to fucking do this shit, dude. If you try to put them up against us is what it is, they will be taken out is what it would be then. End of story, dude. And I guarantee there's a lot of military vets out there that are just waiting for this fucking day to start, dude, is what it is. Because they know for a fact these would be the insurgents they were fighting against fucking 15 to 20 years ago in Afghanistan, etc. there, dude. So, yeah, it's a bunch of bullshit entirely, dude. And those would be the people, by the way, that would be leading people like me as secondary troops at that point then. So, like I said before, I'm not going to be the guy that starts shit or whatever the case be, dude, but I would definitely be the guy that joins up with these fucking people. Because I don't have the military strategies and stuff like that out there that everybody else does, dude. And I know for a fact there's a lot of military vets that would easily be able to be, being able to pull together a squad like that and be like, hey, here you go, kind of thing is what it is. It's like I heard one thing. I guess there's a guy out there who was a actual operator in the military years ago, and now he's like basically I think he's like I forget exactly what his deal is. He's basically like, there's that one Terminalist series where there's that guy that basically has like a private military contractor group, like mercenary group is what it is there. And I think it's similar to that. Like the guy has his own like merc group is what it is or something. And I guess apparently they were actually fighting against like a bunch of hackers here recently or something to keep our grid up and running is what it was then. And good for those guys because that's what we need more of. We need more white hat hackers and stuff like that, dude, that can take out the fucking black hats is what it is. And then they're trying to destroy our grid and shit, virtually or physically at this point. So anyway, but yeah. I think I believe Democrats are definitely going to pull every stop out of the fucking thing at this point, dude. And if they need to take us into World War III for stopping the election to begin with, I guarantee they will, honestly, dude. And fuck all those people at that point, then. Like, that's how you get a civil war to start in America at that point, bro. For real. You get idiots that are going to take your side in that whole situation. You got people that are like, no, fuck you. We're not being put into a fucking world war at this point, dickheads. This ain't our fucking conflict. This ain't our fucking bullshit. This ain't our fucking country. These people can go fuck themselves overseas with this, dude, for real. And I'll straight up say that right now. I don't care if it's Ukraine. I don't care if it's fucking Russia. I don't care if it's fucking Taiwan and China. If it's any of these fucking nations, dude, if it's fucking Israel, etc. None of these fucking countries are our fucking nation, dude. Palestine isn't America, dude. It's fucking Palestine. It's fucking Gaza, etc. there. And if these people want to fuck off over there, they can fuck off over there, dude, is what it is. And really, they should be fucked off over there, is what it is then. Told to fuck off over there, is what it is then. And you deal with them that way, is what it be then, man. That's how you deal with domestic terrorism in America right now, is what it is. You just mass deport the motherfuckers, is what it is then. And if they have U.S. citizenship currently, then strip them of it, kick their fucking asses out of this country for life, that's what it is, bro. And I guarantee the first 10, 15, 20 of them that figure that out, man, that they're going to be able to come back into our nation ever again then without risk of immediate arrest / execution then for being a fucking foreign entity and stuff like that. You're going to have the ones that, would be given lesser sentences and stuff like that. That'd be like, okay, cool. Like, never going to do this shit again then if that'd be the case. So, anyway. But, yeah, I think we're definitely heading towards a fucked up time in history right now. And I believe this year is going to be very volatile, rest of it anyway. And it's going to be very much not only volatile, but it's also going to be just all kinds of craziness and like all kinds of crazy twists and turns throughout the entire year then. But anywho, I look forward to all of it, and I will see you guys in the next one. Come back, like I said, tomorrow for Stand Your Ground Saturday. Hopefully we'll have an actual panel then. We can have like panel discussions about some of the topics we had talked about today, and then obviously have discussions about other stuff too, obviously. So other than that, it's been fun. It's been real. See you guys in the next one. Peace out. Later, y'all.